इस बिल्डिंग का पूरा इनॉग्रेशन, द बिल्डिंग वाज रेडी बाय इन 1950। हाँ हाँ, इसका विमोचन नहीं, पीएम नहीं है, ये उनके इलेक्शन की फोटो है।
इलेक्शन इंक जो लगाई है ना उसकी
वो इंक चूंकि एनपीएल में बनी पहली बार,
इंक लगाई
हाँ।
इसलिए आप उसको बेटा किलोग्राम मीटर सेकेंड एम्पियर केल्विन मोल हिस्टोरिक है सर कि अब ये लास्ट ईयर से ये डेफिनेशन बदल गई है, अब किलोग्राम से नहीं आता, ये लास्ट ईयर से अब किलोग्राम प्लैंक कांस्टेंट सारे उससे बदल गए डेफिनेशन।
They are supposed to have zero.
All of them.
They are concerned to have zero.
ये पहली बार हुआ हिस्ट्री
मतलब कोई डिफेक्ट का चांस नहीं है।
नहीं,
जैसे वेलोसिटी ऑफ लाइट फिक्स्ड है 299792458, तो वो स्पीड ऑफ लाइट है तो मीटर उससे डिफाइंड हो गया।
Just like when you consider
इसी
mass,
तरह किलोग्राम प्लैंक कांस्टेंट से एनर्जी का क्वांटम में पहले दो एक रह गए थे, वो अब सारा, और उसमें इंडिया भी उसके डिसीजन में होता है जो कि कौन से लेवल, वो CIP वो डिप्लोमेटिक है, उसमें
voting is done by the CGPM, General
The
Council.
constitution, the original constitution has been preserved by NPL, is checked annually for maintaining the temperature and humidity. That stops the degradation of the original copy. And NPL does it on the annual basis, and because oxygen will degrade. So here, library of parliament. It is preserved there, both the English as well as
उसकी
Hindi.
टेक्नोलॉजी उसको प्रिजर्व करने के लिए आप उसमें हेल्प कर रहे हैं
Yes, sir.
ताकि खराब ना हो।
By 1994, the technology was developed and put there. After that, on annual basis, NPL scientists go there, evaluate the condition, and then check everything.
नवंबर में जाते हो।
Yes, sir. Once every year. And there is an oxygen tracer also installed there. It checks the oxygen content inside because the oxygen will degrade. And also the indelible ink is a proud contribution of NPL as a symbol of democracy.
सब पहले यहाँ शुरू पहले इलेक्शन में फैक्ट्री यहीं थी, इंक यहीं बनती थी और यहाँ से सारे ट्रेन से सारे देश में जाती थी, तो उस पर वैसे एनपीएल को पैसे भी बहुत मिले हैं रॉयल्टी।
So this is a 1 kilogram primary standard of India, sir. We have a prototype from the BAPM from 19. The prototype number is 57. Sir. So we are providing. This is an artifact of 1 kg made of platinum and iridium, 90% platinum, 10% iridium. So from this base mass, we have lot of derived parameters like volume, density, and gas and all. So we are providing traceability to all services, like especially pharmaceuticals. We have a range from 1 milligram to 2000 kilograms. So mass is used in daily activities. So right from medicine dosages, milligrams, which is very critical to the measurement of jewelry and vegetables also.
बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है।
देते थे, जो भी मेंबर बनता था उसको एक कॉपी देते थे, उसी से सारे कंट्री में। और एनपीएल में जब भी नया डायरेक्टर आता है तो वो किलोग्राम और मीटर ट्रांसफर होता है प्रीवियस।
The mandate of India, since the very inception, the mandate of NPL was quite clear. As you can see in the Nature article published in 1947 and also in 1951, which clearly mandates that NPL is the institute for maintaining all the standards of national importance. And also the Gazette notification, there was the Legal Methodology Act, which was revised in 2011. The original one was in 1957. And recently, Ministry of Environment has also authorized NPL to be the standards maintaining authority
Sir,
for
nahi
climate
karo.
control. Thank you very much, sir. NPL continues its mandate.
सारे बोर्ड्स के डिटेल फोटोग्राफ लीजिए, मैं शाम को आपसे मांगूंगा। इनके मेरा फोटो नहीं चाहिए मुझको, मुझे ये वाले चाहिए।
This is the primary standard of length survey. Length.
लंबाई का मीटर का जो
So 1 meter is defined as the length of the distance traveled by the light in vacuum in a fraction of a velocity of the light second. So this is the primary standard which is made up of helium, iodine stabilizer, helium neon lasers. So we are providing traceability to different services in different sectors, and we provide like roughness, smoothness, length, dimensions, all kind of all parameters we provide traceability, sir. We are giving services to
units, which happened in 2018. So this is the highest body, the CGPM, the Conference on General Weights and Measures, and there are member countries which vote for the redefinition. So this was a landmark decision in November 2018 in Versailles, France, when the member countries voted for the redefinition of SI units. And from India's side, NPL and Ministry of Consumer Affairs participated and won for SI units.
here we maintain the Indian standard and use
The essence of metrology. So every measurement has to be traceable to the back to the SI units, and then we provide they have to calibrate their instruments and equipment back to SI units through the NMI. And also for the reference material, certified reference material, we provide the same traceability back to.
Till now, this definition of the 7 point based on the every point of the water, which was dependent on the material property and process. So right now, it was redefined in terms of traceability. And it was block from 0 to 200 million centimeters for the material, and we are providing very recent model given by Dr. Aswal. Till now, it was well known that the R&D is done by the academic institution. They support the industry, society, get the feedback, and all things have been done. If you look at each of the points, the research and the industry and the society, measurements are very important. First time pinpoint this extremely important point that all the factors are controlled by the accurate measurement. So this is right now is known as the Aswal model, in which for getting the economy and the quality of life, you have to think about this metrology, and using the accurate measurement, science would be more quantitative, scientific technology would be improved. This is the another SI based unit that is called the current.
ना है सर अब आइए
So this is the electrical current. It is also redefined in terms of the tunneling of the single electron. So using the quantum structure, this is the structure of the overall structure of the national system, the applications and the R&D activities. It was there are 6 divisions: physico-mechanical, measurements, electrical, environmental, materials, and all. And we are providing the service SI based unit. This is the only SI based unit which is related to the human physiology. So Candela is connected to the human vision. So in here physics also comes into the picture, physiology also comes to the picture. So the primary standard is cryogenic radiometer, and here also the sun has the very high Candela value, and the LEDs have a very single photon here.
So this is the 7th base unit, mole, and 1 mole of any elementary entity, whether it is smallest hydrogen gas or it is the largest protein, titan, it contains exactly 6.022 14076 into 10 to the 23 elementary entities. Ions, molecules, and
if there are 2 countries, India and Germany, and if you want to become equal in terms of any product.
Measurement practice and enables industry traceable measurements of development condition. It is a natural.
derived measurement standards are also maintained at NPL, and these are the some derived, and these are basically related to test.
कोई भी हम मेजरमेंट करते हैं लाइफ में फाइनली और जो मेजरमेंट्स आप असेंबली पर जाती
And this is the sector-wise distribution, and out of 4,000 agencies, we 80%, more than 80%, we are distributing meteorological services to the private sector.
ये भारतीय निदेशक द्रव्य है जिसको आज प्रधानमंत्री जी डेडिकेट करेंगे, और ये कुछ नए हैं तो इसको हम उनके बाद में तब इसको आपसे इनोग्रेशन कराएंगे।
Different sector from the cement and food and chemicals, and it's
वो 4000 इंडस्ट्रीज हैं, हाँ 4000 को दे रहे हैं डायरेक्टली। वो जो है लाखों में देते हैं, करीब 4-5 लाख लोग और ये मैनेजमेंट के अंदर लाइफ के लिए। हाँ जी ये
On behalf of CSIR National Physical Laboratory in New Delhi, I, Ashmita Laktu, the Master of Ceremonies, take the honor of extending a cordial welcome to Honorable Union Minister of Science and Technology, Minister for Earth Sciences, Family Welfare, and Vice President CSIR, Dr. Harshvardhan. May I now request our Honorable Union Minister of Science and Technology, Minister for Earth Sciences and Minister of Health and Family Welfare, Vice President, Dr. Harshvardhan, Dr. Shekhar Seema. Shubham Karoti Kalyanam, Arogyam Dhanasampada, Shaya, Deepajyotir Namastute. With the arrival of light, darkness disappears, bringing auspiciousness on the stage. With this, the epitome can only beautify an occasion. On that note, may I request Dr. D.K. Aswal to kindly present his General CSIR and Secretary CSIR. With this, may I now request Dr. D.K. Aswal to kindly deliver a welcome address.
The formation of NPL was taken seriously by international community, and an account of foundation of CSIR NPL was published in Nature February 8, 1947 issue. Sir K. S. Krishnan, a major contributor in the discovery of Raman effect, was the first director of National Physical Laboratory. I deem it my honor and privilege that the celebration of 75th Foundation Day of this prestigious laboratory has fallen during my tenure as director. I welcome you all for this memorable function on the 75th Foundation Day and National Meteorology Conclave. On May 20, 1875, 17 nations signed the Meteor Convention in Paris, which is an international diplomatic treaty for establishing national and universal set of measurement units to ensure that across the globe everybody has got the same measurements. This treaty founded the International Bureau of Weights and Measure, BIPM at France, which is an intergovernmental organization under the authority of General Conference on Weights and Measure, known as a CGPM, and under the supervision of International Committee of Weights and Measure, that is known as CIPM. At present, CGPM has 62 member states and observers from 40 associate states and economy, and all these are represented by National Meteorology Institute of those countries. In India, to harmonize the measurements for industrialization, National Test House (NTH) was established at Calcutta under the Railway Board, and as a consequence, Kolkata became the hub of high-quality science in India, and that was way back in 1910. In 1940, Board of Scientific and Industrial Research was established at National Test House, Calcutta, under the leadership of great visionary scientist Dr. S.S. Bhatnagar. The Board of Scientific and Industrial Research, that is BSIR, later shifted to Delhi, and as we all know that on 26 September 1942, it became Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. The CSIR National Physical Laboratory was formally opened by the former Deputy Prime Minister Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel on 21 June 1950. And an account of this ceremony was published in Nature March 24, 1951 issue. So the responsibilities of National Physical Laboratories were seen by the entire globe. In 1953, the Government of India sent a proposal to BIPM for making NPL as the National Meteorology Institute, NMI of the India. Dr. Charles Wallet, the director of BIPM, wrote to CIPM about the future accession of India to the Meter Convention, and he wrote, I have here a note dedicated to the description the splendid National Physical Laboratory recently created in India. It is clear that the fine institution will deliver essential services in the grand modernization of India, but its role will take it beyond the national frontiers. This new laboratory must become soon the equivalent of what we call the grand national laboratories. In 1956, under the Weights and Measure Acts of Government of India, CSIR NPL became the Meteorology Institute of India, which was approved by the BIPM. Therefore, the main aim of the laboratory is to establish for the country and improve them continuously by research, and to support industries, strategic sectors, national and other agencies in their development tasks by providing them measurement traceability, consultancies, technology transfers, and know-how, and training the manpower in meteorology. In 1971, CSIR NPL became a founder member of Asia Pacific Meteorology Program. I am happy that over past 74 years, CSIR NPL has more than realized the hopes and expectations expressed by its founding fathers and international community in the area of measurement standards. CSIR NPL has established 236 calibration and measurement capabilities, known as CMCs, and 196 international intercomparison at Key Comparison Database, known as KCDB of BIPM. In 2020, very recently, we have conducted our peer review for ISO 17025 and ISO 17034 under the supervision of Asia Pacific Meteorology Program, and we will enhance our CMCs by another 100 at KCDB. CSIR NPL has expanded its research areas of importance to India and its industrialization. Today, CSIR NPL provides measurement traceability to more than 4,000 customers belonging to various sectors in the country as well as to those in SAARC nations. On 16 November 2018, during the 26th CGPM that was held at Versailles, France, 60 member states voted for the landmark revision of SI units on the basis of fundamental constants, and that describes the natural world. These SI units are second in terms of the cesium hyperfine frequency, meter in terms of the speed of light, kilogram in terms of the Planck constant, ampere in terms of the elementary charge E, temperature in terms of the Boltzmann constant, mole in terms of the Avogadro constant, and candela, the luminous efficacy as defined by visible radiation. These revised SI units are implemented worldwide on May 20, 2019, including India. Meteorology connects government, academia, industry, and civil society and media to ensure the economic growth and quality of life. Meteorology is one of the key pillars to ensure the success of various government initiatives like Make in India, Made in India, Digital India, Affordable Health, Sustainable Energy, International Trade without any technical barriers, etc. The technology readiness labels, TRLs, for development of products with international quality run from TRL 1 to TRL 9, starting from concept, passing through the prototyping, manufacturing, and regulatory approvals, and finally to the marketing. The success rate of TRL 1 to TRL 9 are faster and cost-effective if each of the TRLs have ensured measurement traceability to SI with lowest uncertainties. Keeping this in view, during past 5 years, CSIR NPL has put focus on programs like accurate and precise timekeeping using atomic clocks that generates IST with an accuracy of few nanoseconds, which is so important for the cyber physical systems and safe digital India. In the area of environmental monitoring for National Clean Air Program, biomedical devices for affordable health, photovoltaic metrology, materials metrology, certified reference material, trademarked at Bharatiya Nirdesak Dravyas, realization of quantum standard for Industry 4.0, and many more. All these programs will further the spirit of Atmanirbhar Bharat. During the pandemic lockdown period, CSIR NPL ensured that the measurement traceability is provided to testing and calibration laboratories across the country, especially to belonging to the PPE kits, medical devices, and pharma industries. We are very excited and happy that Honorable Prime Minister is inaugurating the National Metrology Conclave under the theme Metrology for Inclusive Growth of India to commemorate the 75th Foundation Day of CSIR NPL, and will dedicate some of our scientific achievements to the nation. We are very lucky to receive the love and affection from our dear respected Minister Dr. Harshvardhan ji and the dynamic leadership of Dr. Shekhar C. Mande, DG CSIR. In the afternoon session, Director BIPM and NMI directors of Germany, Japan, Australia, UK, South Africa will deliver their lectures emphasizing the role of metrology for inclusive growth of the society, which is also a focus of United Nations for achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. I am sure that this metrology conclave will be beneficial to each and every citizen of the country. Once again, I welcome you all for the memorable National Metrology Conclave. Jai Hind, thank you very much.
Be a display of short animated film on CSIR NPL.
The foundation stone of CSIR NPL was laid down exactly 74 years ago on the 4th of January 1947 by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, then Vice President of Interim Government of India, and was formally opened by former Deputy Prime Minister Iron Man Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel on the 21st of January 1950. In the year 1956, CSIR NPL was given the status of National Metrology Institute (NMI) of India through the enactment of Standards of Weights and Measures Act by Government of India, and became the member of the General Conference of Weight and Measures (BIPM), an international intergovernmental organization constituted by diplomatic treaty, that is the Meter Convention. After a year, CSIR NPL started dissemination of kilogram and meter traceability through copies number 57 and number 4 of international prototypes of the kilogram IPK and the platinum iridium PTIR meter bar provided by BIPM. In the year 1977, the Commonwealth Science Council and the CSIR NPL India, along with 9 Commonwealth countries, formed a cooperation to promote regional metrology program and link each national measurement system into a collaborative network, which later became Asia Pacific Metrology Program (APMP), comprises 45 full members. However, in the year 1999, CSIR NPL India signed the International Committee on Weights and Measures Mutual Recognition Arrangement (CIPM-MRA) and implemented its quality management system QMS based on ISO IEC 17025 to establish the international measurement equivalences for barrier-free trade. As of now, CSIR NPL has registered 236 calibration and measurement capabilities (CMCs) in Key Comparison Database (KCDB) of BIPM France, and successfully participated in more than 196 international intercomparisons organized by BIPM and APMP to enhance its measurement capabilities and global visibility. This helps to support more than 4,000 calibration and test services annually to various industries, strategic, academia and government agencies directly, and more than 4 lakhs users in India through secondary and regional laboratories. The services are also extended for the users of SAARC countries. CSIR NPL voted for landmark revision of the SI units based on fundamental constants which are invariants of time and space on the 16th of November 2018 along with 60 member states in a CGPM general meeting at BIPM. This successfully replaced the artifact-based units and aptly opened up the new era for quantum world by linking all the 7 base units to constant of nature. Being ANMI, CSIR NPL implemented to realization of SI units in fundamental constants and releases its metrology policy with suggestions for implementation of revised SI units in NCERT textbooks, syllabus of metrology courses in academia and legal metrology rules. The scientific endeavor of CSIR NPL embarked with the invention of indelible ink which used for impartial execution of electoral process of India. CSIR NPL also developed hermetically sealed boxes of tampered glass during year 1984 to 1994 for safe preservation and maintenance of the original copy of the Constitution of India and still discharging this constitutional safeguard duty. CSIR NPL extended its expertise in creation of national facilities like National Coordination Testing and Calibration Facilities (NCTCF), which later renamed as National Accreditation Board for Testing and Calibration Laboratories (NABL), and the Central Electronics Limited, a public sector undertaking facility. CSIR NPL also plays vital role in nation building through its path-breaking scientific contributions which have wider socio-economic applications covering from research and development of new and strategic materials to environmental assessment and protection. In this context, CSIR NPL developed variety of material and related technologies which are transferred to industries. CSIR NPL continuously upgrading its facilities to match the capabilities with other developed NMIs. In line with this, CSIR NPL presents 3 new facilities for the service of nation. CSIR NPL, the authorized timekeeper of India, generates IST, keeps it traceable to UTC and disseminates IST for everyone. Global timekeeping is managed by BIPM, which collects 500 clocks data from more than 70 NMI and computes UTC as a weighted average. NPLI contributes to UTC by realizing IST with state-of-the-art National Atomic Timescale and its backup consisting of atomic clocks and measurement systems. IST is kept traceable to UTC using satellite links with uncertainty of plus or minus 2.8 nanoseconds, one of the best in world. IST traceability, using two-way satellite link, is given to ISRO timing centers at Bengaluru and Lucknow for synchronizing all 7 Navig satellite clocks to IST for realizing India's own GPS. Through NTP service, IST dissemination is available over internet. There are more than 1 lakh users worldwide and about 2 crores NTP requests are handled each month. A web time display of IST is available on NPL website. Mission One Nation, One Time will synchronize all clocks to IST with several efforts to strengthen the IST dissemination network in the country. Like most developed nations, India also needs legal time. For this, NPL and ISRO are establishing IST traceable time laboratories in 5 cities for Department of Legal Metrology to accredit legalization of IST. CSIR NPL is gearing up for meeting the timing requirements of sectors and emissions with several time transfer methods. Synchronizing all clocks to IST will improve the efficiency and cybersecurity. IST as One Nation, One Time will boost country's economic growth and lead to Atmanirbhar and safe digital India.
Indian reference material trademarked as Bharatiya Nirdeshak Dravya supports for self-reliance towards the accurate and precise testing for more than 4 lakhs test laboratories in India. BNDs will play a crucial role in global trade by assuring the SI traceable measurements. BND is equivalent to the CRMs of other economies. CSIR NPL, in association with reference material producers across the country, has produced cost-effective BNDs in various sectors, such as precious metal, food and chemical, petroleum, cement and building material, and many more. BNDs are available with other CRMs on an international COMA database. The BNDs are bound to reduce low-quality import and enhance the high-quality export-import. The internationally acceptable cost-effective BNDs will make India a hub for net export of CRMs to the world, and are poised to enhance the quality of products, creation of new job avenues, and strengthen the Make in India and Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative of Government of India.
The NPL India Certification Scheme (NPLICS) provides quality assured product certification for stakeholders at par to the international schemes and realize the national self-reliant mission by establishing India's first national environmental standards laboratory to cater the concerns of air pollution and bridge the gap of national environmental governance system for air pollution. Till now, manufacturers use the certification services of agencies like US, APA, MCERTS, TUV, etc., which is costly and time-consuming and also results undefined measurement uncertainty. To support Make in India program, CSIR NPL CPCB join hands and seeks support from Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Ministry notified CSIR NPL as a national verification agency for certifying the air monitoring instruments, equipment and funded for establishing the required performance test facilities both under control and Indian ambient operational conditions. NPLICS builds confidence in measurement through testing, evaluation, verification, evaluation with performance standards and certification. This realizes the dreams of Atmanirbhar Bharat by supporting startups, medium and small scale industries so they grab the Indian as well as global market, which expected to worth 70,000 million United States dollars by the end of 2025.
With this, now I request I now request our Honorable Union Minister, Dr. Harshvardhan. Sir, can we kindly request you to release a book titled Metrology for Inclusive Growth of India. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please have a warm round of applause?
Metrology for Inclusive Growth of India, edited by Dinesh Kumar Aswal and published by Springer Nature, is about 75 glorious years of CSIR National Physical Laboratory in the service of nation. This book describes the significance of metrology and explains its applications in the area of physical mechanical engineering, electrical electronics, Indian Standard Time Measurement, electromagnetic radiation, environmental materials and Bharatiya Nirdeshak Dravyas. How metrology connects in association with accreditation and standards to the area of science and technology, government and regulatory agencies, civil society and media and industries is also discussed in this book. The book presents critical analyses of the contribution made by CSIR NPL through its world-class science and apex measurement facilities of international equivalence in the area of industrial growth, strategic sector growth, environmental protection, cyber security, sustainable energy, affordable health, international trade, policy making and so on. The Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji appreciates that the book Metrology for Inclusive Growth of India will reflect the contribution made by the institution. It will also serve as a reference guide for scientists, researchers and science students in the times to come. On its 75th Foundation Day, CSIR NPL, which is the NMI of India, is dedicating Thesaurus of Metrology. NPL-KRC has created this online thesaurus with the support of different subject experts of CSIR NPL. Thesaurus is a treasury of knowledge. Generally, the semantics in thesaurus is established by using the notations BT for broader term, NT refers to narrow term, and RT represents related term. For students, thesaurus is helpful in building their comprehension for the subject by introducing them to the core concepts in a semantic manner. Whereas for subject experts, thesaurus serves as an aid and provides additional vocabulary for literature search and quality academic text. Thesaurus is also helpful in developing the classification schemes used by the information professional and for suitable metadata for the unstructured web data. Relationships between the concepts are usually missing in linear text. This leads to unstructured collection of words with no meaning.
Since I am not aware of many concepts and how they are related, I cannot completely understand the text. Can you suggest some tool that can help me to understand the text?
For engineering related technical and scientific terms, I am using IEEE Thesaurus.
I generally refers to NASA thesaurus for aeronautics and space-related terms.
But what about metrology?
For the semantic representation of metrology concepts, CSIR NPL has developed an online platform MMap for the structured framework of domain concepts. In contrast to a linear text, the semantic visual display of metrology concepts in Thesaurus of Metrology can contribute more to the memory conveniently and easily.
Yeah, Eureka! Eureka! Yes, MMap platform created by CSIR NPL for Thesaurus of Metrology really proves to be helpful in further improving my understanding for metrology. Further, people who are associated directly or indirectly with the metrology field can use the MMap by using the URL.
Thank you, Dr. Harshvardhan, for releasing the NPL Thesaurus to the nation. We are very grateful to you. With this, may I now request our Honorable Minister, Dr. Harshvardhan, to kindly address the gathering.
Dr. Shekhar C. Mande, DG CSIR, Dr. Aswal, Director National Physical Laboratory, Dr. Kishan Lal, former Director CSIR NPL, all the other distinguished scientists and directors of various institutions of CSIR present in this gathering as well as virtually, all the distinguished scientists of NPL, of the various laboratories of CSIR, other science departments, young students, distinguished guests, all the other employees of National Physical Laboratory, and friends from the media. Well, it's a great moment for all of us. I have expressed my feelings on a number of occasions about this particular institution and about CSIR. And I always derive extreme pleasure, though for any laboratory in CSIR or for that matter any science laboratory, but a visit to NPL is always a very, very special visit, and it gives a different sort of feeling, a sense of a great pride that I have always experienced. The very fact that whenever we were in school, all our school teachers, they used to refer to National Physical Laboratory while teaching us on any subject, whether it is measurements or energy or speed or whatever. And I have always considered it as a great privilege, because for me it took almost completion of 6 decades of my life to be able to see NPL, about which my teachers used to talk now and then in their classrooms in the school. And the great history associated with the CSIR and this particular laboratory makes the event more important today. And the very fact that our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji is going to bless us today, although we had enjoyed the privilege of enjoying his blessings in the overall Platinum Jubilee celebrations of CSIR, and of course on many other occasions. But this time this is the time when normally we have the Indian Science Congress. And probably in more than 100 years, it's the first time that the Indian Science Congress could not be organized because of COVID and other obvious reasons. But we are fortunate enough that at almost the same time, the Science Congress is also on either the 3rd January or the 4th January. At the same time, the scientists of this country will have the blessings of our Honorable Prime Minister, I think, after some time from now. And we are all, not only in this auditorium, but all across the country, scientists, young researchers, all the science stalwarts, everybody is waiting anxiously to listen to the Prime Minister in the new year about what he feels and what is his vision and what he wants to guide us, that he has been doing over the last 5-6 years. We have seen not only through the Science Congress but through many other activities. This is a moment where I would like to pay my tributes to the memory of the stalwarts like Dr. Bhatnagar and more particularly Dr. Krishnan, the first director of this very prestigious institution. CSIR as well as NPL, they enjoy a very special privilege. Both of them were born before we were born as a independent nation. Although our history of our nation is a few thousand years old, but we got independence in 1947 on the 15th of August. And CSIR was born much before that, 5 years before that, in 1942 on the 26th of September. And this particular institution, National Physical Laboratory, was born on the day on which we are meeting today, some 74 years back. So that's why we are saying that today in this National Metrology Conference, we are also starting the Platinum Jubilee celebrations. It's our 75th Foundation Day. And the very fact that on this particular day, whenever you see all these photographs of the event that took place here, whether it was in 1947, whether it was in 1950 or in 1956, or subsequently on many occasions, we have always, it's a great feeling to see that in one function there is the presence of the first Prime Minister of India, although at that time he was Vice President of the interim government, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. There is also the President of the former Home Minister or the Deputy Prime Minister of the country, Sardar Patel ji, Shri Rajgopalachari ji. And for me in particular, my very revered leader, the first Vice President of CSIR, Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, who laid down his life for many values and ideals for which I think every country feels proud of. And then we also remember 1950. Within no time, we had this institution created along with the National Chemical Laboratory. And then of course there is a huge long history of so many great events. Whatever this laboratory does is certainly very, very unique and very, very different from most of the things that are being provided by science. And whenever you talk about this indelible ink, So it is also a historical thing because for almost 70 years we have been using that ink, and there is hardly any, you see, fault or anything that has been found. And even today, after say almost 75 years of our independence, which we shall complete, our Prime Minister is also being given the mark with that ink when he exercises his franchise. So there are so many great things which, in fact, whenever I come here, and then when you tell me that in the morning, because I remember first time when I came here, I saw that atomic clock, and that was a great, you see, fascination for us also, having heard about it. But then when I was told that this atomic clock is something which will not falter even for a fraction of a second, even after billions of years. And now Dr. Oswald was telling me that 500 clocks all over the world are like synchronized, calibrated, and India has not, means they have not, the international community has found the accuracy up to almost 2.4 nanoseconds, Dr. Oswald?
2.8.
2.8 nanoseconds. I think that's all this is so commendable. And when you look at that photograph, because for us Constitution, Parliament, and every day on every year on 26th of November we celebrate that day in Parliament. So we never realized that the original copies of the Constitution, the way they are preserved, I think it's all being ensured by the backing of science provided by the National Physical Laboratory in Parliament. So friends, as I said, that it's a great feeling to be here in National Physical Laboratory, which is part of the CSIR and its many laboratories. I have enjoyed the privilege of visiting each and every laboratory, seen people even here and all across the country, seeing people from the closest of quarters, and then enjoying the fruits of the scientific research that has been developed over the years, and have seen that people have basically provided so much to the industry, and then that chain of scientific research getting a new technology, the technology being delivered to the industry, and then there's a good quality coordination, and then of course the industry delivering things to the people of India which make their life better, which helps them alleviate their sufferings and all those things. And now at the time when you have released these books, and then there is such a huge campaign about Atmanirbhar Bharat, the most cherished dream of our Prime Minister. So this event becomes very, very important. So let me begin today by, in fact, congratulating the whole family of National Physical Laboratory, as well as the CSIR, on this very, very prestigious occasion of the 75th Foundation Day of this renowned premier scientific institution of our country. Friends, over the past 75 years, as I said earlier, CSIR NPL has not only successfully fulfilled its mandate as the National Measurement Institute of India, but has also significantly contributed to the development of meteorological and quality infrastructure in the country, which is essential for the inclusive growth of the nation's economy. And Dr. Oswal has very rightly pointed out, in fact, he gave a very vivid and very detailed description of the history also, and the importance of the collaboration of the society, academia, the industry, and the laboratory and the scientists around these issues. In fact, the expertise found within the many science laboratories of India is driving the groundbreaking research and development, and is a key force in helping our country become a leading science superpower. I do know by now quite well that NPL is committed to supporting the government's drive to make India a great place to work and do business, unleashing new innovative ways of building, making, and doing things, all underpinned by the confidence that measurement science provides. I believe that in the National Physical Laboratory, we have the first instance of the state taking part in scientific research. The object in creating National Physical Laboratory way back in the 40s was to bring scientific knowledge to bear practically upon our everyday industrial and commercial life, to break down the barrier between theory and practice, to effect a union between science and commerce. Most of you who are present today on this momentous occasion, which I said that we will be privileged very soon to have the blessings of our beloved Prime Minister, for all our scientists. The scientific community has been the most prominent in the last 1 year, and this fact has been acknowledged, perceived, felt, enjoyed, and everyone in the country feels pride in saying that, feeling that, acknowledging that. The year 2020, a year I like to call as the year of science, was an unparalleled year, with COVID having swept humanity off its feet. All through the year, every man on the road talked about science. We needed testing, we needed tracing, we needed diagnostics, we needed therapeutics, and we needed a vaccine against COVID. The Herculean efforts made by our scientists have finally paid off. And we can see in every field, the whole world acknowledges what India has been able to achieve. You consider any parameter, you will find that India has fared much better than most of the countries of the whole world, including the developed world. Today we have several vaccines that have been developed across the world, two of which have been developed at a record-breaking speed and granted authorization in India. And yesterday we enjoyed that privileged moment when the drug controller of India had announced to the whole nation and to the whole world, and this authorization got applauded by the World Health Organization within no time. Other than the vaccines, our scientists did not stop surprising us. New diagnostic tests can detect the virus within minutes. Massive open science data, sets of viral genomes, and COVID-19 cases have produced the most detailed picture yet of a new disease's evolution. And we have seen in our CSIR and biotechnology laboratories also how well the fight around finding a new kit, developing a new kit, talking about Feluda and so many others, and the genome sequencing, and the way the virus was isolated so early, and now even the mutant virus has been isolated so early by our scientists. 19 cases have produced the most detailed picture yet of a new disease's evolution, as I said earlier. It has all been possible due to the exemplary and collaborative efforts of scientists across the world. It has been an extraordinary level of sharing of science and its knowledge. In fact, the whole world is admiring India for the swiftness with which we acted. Another 4 days from now, I remember that we were the first one in the whole world to respond to the news being delivered from China to WHO and from WHO to the whole world on 6th of January. And within less than 24 to 48 hours, in our health ministry, we called the meeting of group of experts. That was the first meeting on 8th of January. We shall be completing almost 1 full year now. And it has been in fact, the whole world is admiring India for this swiftness. And it's not only the swiftness that we showed in January 2020, but all through the year, we adopted a proactive, graded, and very, very aggressive response to things. We, in fact, apprehended everything in the beginning, and we could actually appreciate that we could do everything much before it could have been done or it should have been done. That's where India was different as compared to the rest of the world. But I must admit that our courage and conviction came because of the confidence exuded by our scientists. Every time I called a meeting, I saw faces brimming with confidence and not fear. Those days are unforgettable. People dying across the world. Who protected us but our scientists? While on this point, I must capitulate for this August gathering the fact that the Modi government has gone out of its way in the last 6 years to ensure India takes several leaps forward in science, technology, and innovation. Modi ji has laid a lot of stress like never before on these sectors and ensured that our scientists fuel our growth engines. Our scientists propel India's growth story. I believe that our scientists can give us game-changing ideas and the opportunities that can be harnessed to boost our industry, create new jobs, and make a real difference in everyday life. That's the end aim of science, to bring a quality change in the life of the common man. Science can be the biggest equalizer. It can ensure that the poorest man leads a comfortable life with just simple ideas and innovations. That's what I want you all to do. Work for the good of mankind. I have made many visits to NPL, as I said earlier. The first was in March 2015 to inaugurate and declare open the Apex Metrology Laboratory with state-of-the-art facilities for performing metrological activities. Today I am happy to learn that almost 50% of the calibration and testing works are performed in this AML. My second visit to NPL was in December of 2016. I was delighted to be part of the India International Science Festival, the second one that we had organized. You know, we organized the 6th one this year, even during COVID. I also visited NPL for inaugurating a symposium on Indian strategy for quality infrastructure in November 2017 as a part of a mega event called the 33rd Asia Pacific Metrology Program, General Assembly and related meetings. I still remember, I think it was organized here in this particular auditorium. I still remember that this international event witnessed the participation of about 350 world-renowned metrology scientists and researchers who had deliberated hardcore metrology during the entire conference period. In the era of the digital economy and communication, time stamping on events is inevitable. Therefore, NPL has established the new National Facility of Backup Time Scale Laboratory. I had an opportunity to visit the facility on June 16, 2018. This is a crucial support for the Digital India mission of the Government of India. On August 16, 2018, I dedicated several facilities to the nation. An indigenously developed high-volume sampler by Environmental Solutions under the licensed technology of CSIR NPL, a wind tunnel facility, and also a gas BND. On the same day, NPL and ISRO signed an MOU for providing traceability service for time and frequency. And I remember the contribution of NPL while as a environment minister. I think I could see the peak of the importance of the NPL, especially when we suffer from this pollution and we have these air standards and all those things, quality standards, and then the role that NPL has played for all those guidance on calibration about creating the quality data around the air pollution issues. Today, on this memorable occasion, I am delighted to release this book, Metrology for Inclusive Growth of India. I am sure it's going to be very, very useful for the industry and for all relevant stakeholders. I am told that the ASWAL model connects the metrology, accreditation and standards to the areas of science and technology and presents a critical analysis of the contributions made by CSIR NPL through its world-class science and apex measurement facilities of international equivalence in the areas of industrial growth. And I could see a glimpse of that just before entering this auditorium when I saw those displays in the gallery. I think that's really very, very heartening and very, very inspiring. Today, as country's National Metrology Institute, NPL provides the measurement capability that underpins the nation's prosperity and quality of life. Our mission must be to ensure that our measurement expertise drives India's innovation landscape and is utilized to its utmost to support our industry, in particular in the industry's current recovery from the COVID-19 economic setback. I think we are very soon going to be joined by the Prime Minister. So I am like all of you, I am also very anxiously waiting to hear the Prime Minister, to have his blessings and have his advice. He has always given us so much of good advice even during the Science Congress. I still remember that the term that was used by him in the 2015 Science Congress was exhorting the scientists of the country to appreciate their scientific social responsibility. And for the first time, we could appreciate that science is not only about actually writing papers or doing some research or finding out something, but it is how much impact the science that you do in the laboratories could change the life of the people, the common man, and how much we can make it people-centric. That is what he has been emphasizing. And again, the call that he has given for an Atmanirbhar Bharat is all about actually using science, your skills, your expertise, your research, the capability of producing innovations and converting those innovations into enterprises and entrepreneurships, etc., etc. They should all be focused on alleviating the unsolved sufferings of the people over the last 70-75 years, and he wants India to be amongst the top 2, 3, 4 scientific nations of the whole world by 2030. We have already achieved, you see, on most of the parameters, we are either number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 9. But I think we have done very well. He wants to deliver a new India by 2022, when there has to be, in the dream that he has cherished, a smile on the face of every Indian, and more particularly on the faces of the poor people of this country, the children of this country, the deprived people of this country, so that we can ensure educational, nutritional, health facilities to every child. We can ensure the sanctity and the integrity of the self-respect of the old people, of the women and everyone else. So friends, now I'm not going to be anymore between you and your beloved Prime Minister. With these few words, I wish all of you the very best in 2021. May Bharat rise and shine even more in the current year. Let us all move on to the trajectory of high growth, happiness for all, and prosperity for all. Thank you all once again. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words, because they were no less than any motivational quote that inspires us. Ladies and gentlemen, our event is being telecasted on Doordarshan as well as on ANI. It is also live on our YouTube channel and on our Facebook page as well. इस उद्घाटन समारोह के लिए इससे बड़ी बात क्या होगी कि स्वयं हर पल देश के हित का सोचने वाले, करोड़ों भारतीय वासियों के दिल में अपनी जगह बनाने वाले, आत्मनिर्भर भारत की अगुवाई करने वाले राष्ट्र नायक प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी इसका उद्घाटन अपने कर कमलों से करें। तो देवियों और सज्जनों, तालियों के साथ स्वागत करते हैं भारत के प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निर्मया, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखं भवेत्। आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी, आपका आज के राष्ट्रीय मापिकी सम्मेलन के उद्घाटन समारोह में हार्दिक अभिनंदन है। With this, ladies and gentlemen, I would now request Dr. Shekhar C. Mande, Director General CSIR and Secretary DSIR, to welcome our Honorable Prime Minister and President CSIR, Shri Narendra Modi ji, to the National Meteorology Conclave.
आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी और CSIR सोसाइटी के अध्यक्ष श्रीमान नरेंद्र मोदी जी, माननीय विज्ञान प्रौद्योगिकी, पृथ्वी विज्ञान, स्वास्थ्य और परिवार कल्याण मंत्री और CSIR सोसाइटी के उपाध्यक्ष डॉक्टर हर्षवर्धन जी, यहाँ उपस्थित सभी NPL परिवार के और CSIR परिवार के जुड़े हुए सदस्य ऑनलाइन, 60 अलग अलग देशों से जुड़े हुए लोग इस कॉन्फ्रेंस में, सर्वप्रथम मैं आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का इस समारोह में हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूं। आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी, आपकी उपस्थिति से इस प्रोग्राम अधिक गरिमामयी हो गया है। I welcome all of you around the world and those who have joined online to this particular program. From CSI family, I would like to extend our hearty felicitations to NPL members, former and current NPL members, for entering into the glorious 75th year. Thank you all for joining us. Dhanyawad.
May I now request the Honorable Prime Minister to unveil the 75th commemoration plaque depicting the IST and BND network across the country to further spirit of Atmanirbhar Bharat in every sector. CSIR NPL is the timekeeper of the nation using atomic clocks. With this, once again, I request our Honorable Prime Minister to dedicate the National Atomic Time Scale generating an accuracy of 2.8 nanoseconds to the nation. Further, I request the Honorable Prime Minister to dedicate the Bharatiya Nirdeshak Dravya to the nation for self-reliance in supporting testing and calibration laboratories across the country for quality assurance at par with international standards. Once again, I request our Honorable Prime Minister to kindly lay the foundation stone of National Environmental Standard Laboratory for self-reliance in the certification of ambient air and industrial emission monitoring equipment through CSIR NPL Indian Certification Scheme. With this, ladies and gentlemen, I would now request our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, to kindly address the gathering.
नमस्कार। केंद्रीय मंत्रिमंडल में मेरे साथी डॉक्टर हर्षवर्धन जी, प्रिंसिपल साइंटिफिक एडवाइजर डॉक्टर विजय राघवन जी, CSIR के मुखिया डॉक्टर शेखर श्री मांडे जी, विज्ञान जगत के अन्य सभी महानुभाव, देवी और सज्जनों, नेशनल फिजिकल लेबोरेटरी की प्लैटिनम जुबिली समारोह की आप सभी को बहुत बहुत बधाई। आज हमारे वैज्ञानिक नेशनल एटॉमिक टाइम स्केल और भारतीय निर्देशक द्रव्य प्रणाली राष्ट्र को समर्पित कर रहे हैं और साथ ही देश की पहली नेशनल एनवायरमेंटल स्टैंडर्ड लेबोरेटरी का शिलान्यास भी हुआ है। नए दशक में ये शुभारंभ देश का गौरव बढ़ाने वाले हैं। साथियों, नया साल अपने साथ एक और बड़ी उपलब्धि लेकर आया है। भारत के वैज्ञानिकों ने एक नहीं दो मेड इन इंडिया कोविड वैक्सीन विकसित करने में सफलता पाई है। भारत में दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा कोविड वैक्सीन प्रोग्राम भी शुरू होने जा रहा है। इसके लिए देश को अपने वैज्ञानिकों के योगदान पर बहुत गर्व है। हर देशवासी आप सभी वैज्ञानिकों का, टेक्नीशियनों का, सबका कृतज्ञ है। साथियों, आज उस समय को भी याद करने का दिन है जब हमारे वैज्ञानिक संस्थानों ने, आप सबने कोरोना से मुकाबले के लिए वैक्सीन को विकसित करने के लिए दिन रात एक कर दिया। CSIR समेत अन्य संस्थानों ने एक साथ आकर हर चुनौती का सामना किया, नई नई परिस्थितियों के समाधान तलाशे। आपके इस समर्पण से आज देश में अपने इन साइंस इंस्टीट्यूशंस के प्रति जागरूकता और सम्मान का एक नया भाव पैदा हुआ है। हमारे युवा आज CSIR जैसे संस्थानों के बारे में और ज्यादा जानना समझना चाह रहे हैं। इसलिए मैं चाहूंगा कि CSIR के वैज्ञानिक देश के ज्यादा से ज्यादा स्कूलों के साथ, छात्र छात्राओं के साथ संवाद करें, कोरोना काल के अपने अनुभवों को और इस शोध क्षेत्र में किए गए कामों को नई पीढ़ी से साझा करें। इससे आने वाले कल में आपको युवा वैज्ञानिकों की नई पीढ़ी तैयार करने में, उन्हें प्रेरित करने में बड़ी मदद मिलेगी। साथियों, थोड़ी देर पहले 7.5 दशक की आपकी उपलब्धियों का यहां जिक्र हुआ है। इन वर्षों में इस संस्थान की अनेक महान विभूतियों ने देश की उत्तम से उत्तम सेवा की है। यहां से निकले समाधानों ने देश का पथ प्रशस्त किया है। CSIR, NPL ने देश के विकास के साइंटिफिक एवोल्यूशन और इवैल्यूएशन दोनों में अपना अहम रोल निभाया है। बीते सालों की उपलब्धियां और भविष्य की चुनौतियों पर चर्चा के लिए आज यहां कॉन्क्लेव भी हो रहा है। साथियों, आप जब पीछे देखते हैं तो आपकी शुरुआत गुलामी से बाहर निकले भारत के नवनिर्माण के लिए की गई थी। समय के साथ आपकी भूमिका में और विस्तार हुआ है। अब देश के सामने नए लक्ष्य हैं, नई मंजिलें भी हैं। देश वर्ष 2022 में अपनी स्वतंत्रता के 75 वर्ष पूरे कर रहा है। वर्ष 2047 में 2047 में हमारी आजादी के 100 वर्ष होंगे। इस टाइम पीरियड में हमें आत्मनिर्भर भारत के नए संकल्पों को ध्यान में रखते हुए नए मानकों, नए पैमानों, न्यू स्टैंडर्ड्स, न्यू बेंचमार्क्स को गढ़ने की दिशा में आगे बढ़ना ही है। साथियों, CSIR NPL तो भारत का एक प्रकार से टाइम कीपर है, यानी भारत के समय की देखरेख व्यवस्था आपके ही जिम्मे है। जब समय की जिम्मेदारी आपकी है तो समय का बदलाव भी आपसे ही शुरू होगा। नए समय का, नए भविष्य का निर्माण भी आपसे ही दिशा पाएगा। साथियों, हमारा देश दशकों से क्वालिटी और मेजरमेंट के लिए विदेशी स्टैंडर्ड्स पर निर्भर रहा है, लेकिन इस दशक में भारत को अपने स्टैंडर्ड्स को नई ऊंचाई देनी होगी। इस दशक में भारत की गति, भारत की प्रगति, भारत का उत्थान, भारत की छवि, भारत का सामर्थ्य, हमारी कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग हमारे स्टैंडर्ड से ही तय होंगे। हमारे देश में सर्विसेज की क्वालिटी हो, सरकारी सेक्टर या फिर प्राइवेट सेक्टर, हमारे देश में प्रोडक्ट्स की क्वालिटी हो, चाहे सरकार बनाए या प्राइवेट सेक्टर, हमारे क्वालिटी स्टैंडर्ड्स ये तय करेंगे कि दुनिया में भारत और भारत के प्रोडक्ट्स की ताकत कितनी ज्यादा बढ़े। साथियों, ये मेट्रोलॉजी साधारण भाषा में कहें तो मापने नापने की साइंस, ये किसी भी वैज्ञानिक उपलब्धि के लिए भी बुनियाद की तरह काम करती है। कोई भी रिसर्च माप और नाप के बिना आगे नहीं बढ़ सकती। यहां तक कि हमें अपनी उपलब्धि भी किसी न किसी पैमाने पर मापनी ही पड़ती है। इसलिए मेट्रोलॉजी मॉडर्निटी की आधारशिला है। जितनी बेहतर आपकी मेथोडोलॉजी होगी, उतनी बेहतर मेट्रोलॉजी होगी, और जितनी विश्वसनीय मेट्रोलॉजी जिस देश की होगी, उस देश की विश्वसनीयता दुनिया में उतनी ही ज्यादा होगी। मेट्रोलॉजी हमारे लिए मिरर की तरह होती है। दुनिया में हमारे प्रोडक्ट्स कहां स्टैंड कर रहे हैं, हमें क्या सुधार की जरूरत है, ये पहचान, ये सेल्फ इंट्रोस्पेक्शन मेट्रोलॉजी से ही तो संभव होता है। इसलिए आज जब देश आत्मनिर्भर भारत का अभियान, इसका संकल्प लेकर के आगे बढ़ रहा है, तो हमें याद रखना है कि इसका लक्ष्य क्वांटिटी भी है, लेकिन साथ साथ क्वालिटी भी उतनी ही महत्वपूर्ण है। यानी स्केल भी बढ़े और साथ साथ स्टैंडर्ड भी बढ़े। हमें दुनिया को केवल भारतीय उत्पादों से भरना नहीं है, ढेर नहीं खड़े करने हैं। हमें भारतीय उत्पादों को खरीदने वाले हर एक कस्टमर का दिल भी जीतना है, और दुनिया के हर कोने में दिल जीतना है। मेड इन इंडिया की न केवल ग्लोबल डिमांड हो, बल्कि ग्लोबल एक्सेप्टेंस भी हो, ये हमें सुनिश्चित करना है। हमें ब्रांड इंडिया को क्वालिटी, क्रेडिबिलिटी के मजबूत स्तंभों पर और मजबूत बनाना है। साथियों, मुझे खुशी है कि भारत अब इस दिशा में तेजी से आगे बढ़ रहा है। आज भारत दुनिया के उन देशों में है जिनके पास अपना नेविगेशन सिस्टम है। नाविक से भारत ने ये उपलब्धि हासिल करके दिखाई है। आज इसी और एक और कदम बढ़ा है। आज जिस भारतीय निर्देशक द्वारा लोकार्पण किया गया है, यह हमारे उद्योग जगत को क्वालिटी प्रोडक्ट्स बनाने के लिए प्रोत्साहित करेगा। अब फूड, एडिबल ऑयल्स, मिनरल्स, हेवी मेटल्स, पेस्टिसाइड, फार्मा और टेक्सटाइल ऐसे अनेक क्षेत्रों में अपने सर्टिफाइड रेफरेंस मटेरियल सिस्टम को मजबूत करने की तरफ हम तेजी से आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। अब हम उस स्थिति की तरफ बढ़ रहे हैं जहां इंडस्ट्री रेगुलेशन सेंट्रिक अप्रोच के बजाय कंज्यूमर ओरिएंटेड अप्रोच की तरफ बढ़े। इन नए मानकों से देश भर के जिलों में वहां के लोकल प्रोडक्ट को ग्लोबल पहचान दिलाने का अभियान है। उसको बहुत लाभ मिलेगा। इससे हमारे एमएसएमई सेक्टर को विशेष लाभ होगा, क्योंकि बाहर की जो बड़ी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंपनियां भारत आ रही हैं, उनको यहीं पर इंटरनेशनल स्टैंडर्ड्स की लोकल सप्लाई चेन मिलेगी। सबसे बड़ी बात, नए मानकों से एक्सपोर्ट और इंपोर्ट दोनों की क्वालिटी सुनिश्चित होगी। इससे भारत के सामान्य उपभोक्ता को भी अच्छा सामान मिलेगा, एक्सपोर्टर की परेशानी भी कम होगी। यानी हमारा प्रोडक्शन, हमारे प्रोडक्ट्स क्वालिटी में जितने बेहतर होंगे, उतनी ही ताकत देश की अर्थव्यवस्था को मिलेगी। साथियों, अतीत से लेकर वर्तमान तक आप कभी भी देखें, जिस देश ने साइंस को जितना आगे बढ़ाया है, वो देश उतना ही आगे बढ़ा है। ये साइंस, टेक्नोलॉजी और इंडस्ट्री का वैल्यू क्रिएशन साइकिल है। साइंस से कोई आविष्कार होता है तो उसी के प्रकाश में टेक्नोलॉजी विकसित होती है, और टेक्नोलॉजी से इंडस्ट्री खड़ी होती है, नए उत्पाद तैयार होते हैं, नए आइटम निकलते थे, प्रोडक्ट निकलते हैं। इंडस्ट्री फिर नए रिसर्च के लिए साइंस में इन्वेस्ट करती है, और ये साइकिल नई संभावनाओं की दिशा में आगे बढ़ती जाती है। सीएसआईआर एनपीएल ने भारत के इस वैल्यू साइकिल को आगे बढ़ाने में अहम भूमिका निभाई है। आज जब देश आत्मनिर्भर भारत के लक्ष्य को लेकर आगे बढ़ रहा है, तब साइंस से मास मैन्युफैक्चरिंग की इस वैल्यू क्रिएशन साइकिल, इसका महत्व और बढ़ जाता है। इसलिए सीएसआईआर को इसमें बड़ा रोल निभाना होगा। साथियों, सीएसआईआर एनपीएल ने आज जिस नेशनल एटॉमिक टाइम स्केल उसे जो देश को सौंपा है, उससे भारत नैनो सेकंड यानी 1 सेकंड के 1 अरब हिस्से तक समय को मापने में भी आत्मनिर्भर बन गया है। 2.8 नैनो सेकंड, इसका एक एक्यूरेसी लेवल हासिल करना अपने आप में बहुत बड़ा सामर्थ्य है। अब इंटरनेशनल स्टैंडर्ड टाइम, उसको हमारा इंडियन स्टैंडर्ड टाइम 3 नैनो सेकंड से भी कम की एक्यूरेसी लेवल से मैच कर रहा है। इसमें इसरो सहित हमारे जितने भी संस्थान कटिंग एज टेक्नोलॉजी में काम कर रहे हैं, उनको बहुत मदद मिलने वाली है। इससे बैंकिंग, रेलवे, डिफेंस, हेल्थ, टेलीकॉम, वेदर फोरकास्ट, डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट, अनगिनत सेक्टर से जुड़ी आधुनिक टेक्नोलॉजी में ये बहुत मदद मिलेगी। इतना ही नहीं, ये इंडस्ट्री, हम जो इंडस्ट्री 4.0 की बात करते हैं, उस इंडस्ट्री 4.0 के लिए भी भारत की भूमिका को सशक्त करेगा। साथियों, आज का भारत पर्यावरण की दिशा में दुनिया का नेतृत्व करने की तरफ बढ़ रहा है, लेकिन एयर क्वालिटी और एमिशन को मापने की टेक्नोलॉजी से लेकर टूल्स तक हम दूसरों पर निर्भर रहे हैं। आज इसमें भी आत्मनिर्भरता के लिए हमने एक बड़ा कदम उठाया है। इससे भारत में प्रदूषण से निपटने के लिए ज्यादा सस्ते और प्रभावी सिस्टम तो विकसित ही होंगे, साथ में एयर क्वालिटी और एमिशन से जुड़ी टेक्नोलॉजी के ग्लोबल मार्केट में भी भारत की हिस्सेदारी बढ़ जाएगी। हमारे वैज्ञानिकों के ही सतत प्रयासों से भारत आज ये उपलब्धि हासिल कर रहा है। साथियों, किसी भी प्रगतिशील समाज में रिसर्च जीवन का एक सहज स्वभाव भी होता है और सहज प्रक्रिया भी होती है। रिसर्च के प्रभाव कॉमर्शियल भी होते हैं, सोशल भी होते हैं, और रिसर्च हमारे ज्ञान को, हमारी समझ को विस्तार देने के लिए भी काम आती है। कई बार रिसर्च करते समय यह अंदाजा नहीं होता है कि फाइनल गोल के अलावा भी वो और किस दिशा में जाएगी, भविष्य में वो और किस काम आएगी। लेकिन इतना तय है कि रिसर्च ज्ञान का नया अध्याय कभी भी व्यर्थ नहीं जाता है। हमारे यहाँ शास्त्रों में जैसे कहा है ना, आत्मा कभी मरती नहीं है, मैं मानता हूं रिसर्च भी कभी मरती नहीं है। इसलिए मैं ऐसे कितने ही उदाहरण हैं, फादर ऑफ जेनेटिक्स मेंडल के काम को पहचान कब मिली? उनके जाने के बाद मिली। निकोला टेस्ला के काम का पोटेंशियल भी काफी बाद में दुनिया पूरी तरह समझी। कई रिसर्च हम जिस दिशा में, जिस उद्देश्य के लिए कर रहे होते हैं, वो पूरा नहीं होता, लेकिन वही रिसर्च किसी दूसरे सेक्टर में पाथ ब्रेकिंग हो जाती है। उदाहरण के तौर पर देखिए, जगदीश चंद्र बोस जी ने कोलकाता के प्रेसिडेंसी कॉलेज में माइक्रोवेव के सिद्धांत को प्रस्तुत किया था। सर बोस उनके कॉमर्शियल इस्तेमाल की दिशा में नहीं बढ़े, लेकिन आज रेडियो कम्युनिकेशन सिस्टम उसी सिद्धांत पर खड़ा है। विश्व युद्ध के समय जो रिसर्च युद्ध के लिए था या सैनिकों को बचाने के लिए हुई, बाद में उन्होंने ही अलग अलग सेक्टर्स को रिवॉल्यूशनाइज कर दिया। ड्रोन्स भी पहले युद्ध के लिए ही बनाए गए थे, लेकिन आज ड्रोन से फोटोशूट भी हो रहा है और सामान की डिलीवरी भी हो रही है। इसलिए आज ये जरूरी है कि हमारे वैज्ञानिक, हमारे खासकर युवा वैज्ञानिक रिसर्च के क्रॉस यूटिलाइजेशन की हर संभावना को एक्सप्लोर करें। उनके सेक्टर से बाहर उनकी रिसर्च को कैसे प्रयोग हो सकता है, ये सोच हमेशा रहनी चाहिए। साथियों, आपकी छोटी सी रिसर्च कैसे दुनिया का भविष्य बदल सकती है। कई उदाहरण है दुनिया में, अगर बिजली का उदाहरण ले लें, आज जीवन का कोई ऐसा हिस्सा नहीं है, कोई पहलू नहीं है जहां बिजली के बिना गुजारा हो सके। ट्रांसपोर्टेशन हो, कम्युनिकेशन हो, इंडस्ट्री हो या फिर रोजमर्रा का जीवन, सब कुछ बिजली से जुड़ा हुआ है। एक सेमीकंडक्टर के आविष्कार में दुनिया इतनी बदल गई है। एक डिजिटल क्रांति ने हमारे जीवन को कितना एनरिच कर दिया है। ऐसी कितनी ही संभावनाएं इस नए भविष्य में हमारे युवा रिसर्चर के सामने पड़ी है। आने वाला भविष्य आज से बिल्कुल अलग होगा और इस दिशा में वो एक रिसर्च, वो एक आविष्कार आप ही को करना है। पिछले 6 सालों में देश ने इसके लिए नए सिरे से फ्यूचर रेडी इकोसिस्टम बनाने की दिशा में काम किया। आज भारत ग्लोबल इनोवेशन रैंकिंग में दुनिया के टॉप 50 देशों में पहुंच गया है। देश में आज बेसिक रिसर्च पर भी जोर दिया जा रहा है और पीयर रिव्यूड साइंस एंड इंजीनियरिंग पब्लिकेशंस की संख्या में भारत दुनिया के टॉप 3 देशों में है। आज भारत में इंडस्ट्री और इंस्टीट्यूशंस के बीच कोलैबोरेशन भी मजबूत किया जा रहा है। दुनिया की बड़ी बड़ी कंपनियां भी भारत में अपने रिसर्च सेंटर और फैसिलिटीज स्थापित कर रही है। बीते वर्षों में इन फैसिलिटीज की संख्या भी बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ी है। इसलिए साथियों, आज भारत के युवाओं के पास रिसर्च और इनोवेशन में असीम संभावनाएं हैं। लेकिन आज हमारे लिए जितना इनोवेशन क्रिटिकल है, उतना ही महत्वपूर्ण है इनोवेशन को इंस्टीट्यूशनलाइज करना। ये कैसे हो, इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी की सुरक्षा कैसे हो, ये भी आज हमारे युवाओं को सिखाना है। हमें ये याद रखना है कि हमारे जितने पेटेंट्स होंगे उनकी यूटिलिटी हमारे पेटेंट्स की होगी। हमारी रिसर्च जितने सेक्टर्स में लीड करेगी उतनी ही आपकी पहचान मजबूत होगी, उतना ही ब्रांड इंडिया मजबूत होगा। हम सबको कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मां फलेषु कदाचन के मंत्र से ऊर्जा लेकर कर्म में जुटे रहना है। और शायद इस मंत्र को जीवन में अगर किसी ने उतारा है तो मुझे हमेशा लगता है साइंटिस्टों ने उतारा हुआ है। उनका यही मन रहता है, वो लेबोरेटरी में ऋषि की तरह तपस्या करते रहते हैं और कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मां फलेषु कदाचन, कर्म करते रहो, फल मिले या न मिले वो लगा रहता है। आप सिर्फ भारत की साइंस और टेक्नोलॉजी के ही कर्मयोगी नहीं है, बल्कि आप 130 करोड़ से ज्यादा भारतीयों की आशा और अपेक्षाओं की पूर्ति के भी साधक हैं। आप सफल होते रहें, इसी कामना के साथ आपको नए साल की फिर से बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं देता हूं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद प्रधानमंत्री जी आपका। आत्मनिर्भर भारत के लिए जो आपने सपना संजोया है, उसको कार्य करने के लिए राष्ट्रीय भौतिक प्रयोगशाला, जिसको देश का ग्रोथ इंजन भी कहा जाता है, क्योंकि विश्व स्तर के जितने भी मेजरमेंट्स हैं वो राष्ट्रीय भौतिक प्रयोगशाला के द्वारा राष्ट्र के सभी लैबों को, टेस्टिंग कैलिब्रेशन लैबों को दिया जाता है। तो हम आपके बहुत बहुत आभारी हैं। धन्यवाद सर। Dr. Shekhar Mande has given a new film pandemic time. He has encouraged the collaboration and coordination amongst the various laboratories and their force in the Indian horizon. So we also thank you, sir, for your great support. Today we have Dr. Krishan Lal. He has been a post in early 2000, and only in 2017 we could get a trademark, and therefore the Bharatiya Nirdesak Dravya, which Honorable Prime Minister has emphasized so much, 101 Bharatiya Nirdesak Dravya during last 3 years, which are cement and so forth. So I also thank all these extending their support to NPL in producing the high quality reference materials as good as any international certified reference material, but at least 1/10th, and therefore the Atmanirbhar Bharat, which Honorable Prime Minister has been stressing, I am sure that under the Bharatiya Nirdesak trademark, and we will be exporting to the entire globe in all the sectors. So I thank all of them. We will not work in isolation. We have to have our support from all the NMIs. I am really thankful to the Director of International Bureau of Weights and Measures in realizing our measurement standard at par with the international standards. And today, Director of BIPM, that is Martin Britton, Dr. Ulrich from Germany, Sudha from Japan, Dr. Mukhapti from South Africa, and Dr. Warrington from Australia. They all are the NMI directors, and as per the United Nations, we are supposed to work together for the welfare of the humanity. National Environmental National Laboratory, which was the foundation of that was just laid down by the Honorable Prime Minister. As of now, all our equipment are calibrated either using the EPA of USA or MCERT of the UK, and they are very, very expensive. And therefore, many of the manufacturers, they are not able to produce our product because these need to go to there and they are very, very expensive and time consuming. So we have launched NPL ICS, National Physical Laboratory India Certificate Scheme for Environmental Products, and which will be implemented as soon as this facility gets ready. So all our environmental manufacturing equipment not only will manufactured in India, but they will also be exported. We are also thankful to the Ministry of Commerce.
टाइम हम कैसे बांट रहे हैं ऑल ओवर इंडिया। और दूसरा भारतीय जैसे करके जो हमारे 12 रेफरेंस एक लास्ट बचा हुआ जो नेम किए
पहले तो आगे कहने लगे इसको चढ़ना सपोर्ट देखो सपोर्ट से नीचे ऊपर
आज इतने सारे न्यू मीडिया
सर प्लीज सर थैंक यू।
The physical analysis for the study of the raw material, limestone, raw milk, clinker and cement. इसका पहले माराथन सेंट्रल किया था। This is the accuracy of the quality control and also the process control to cement industry.
This is for the parameter viscosity of the diesel and another for the sugar solution. This one what we have developed in-house. That is potential maximum solution for different concentrations to calibrate the instrument of its spectrophotometer. These are for the mineral and ores from another RRBs. systems technology from Karnataka. Here we have developed quartzite, iron ore, manganese ore, and other materials. These are the 7 BNDs from the chemicals where we use it for the purification of the water. So, yeah. So, so these are the total 18 BND what we have released today.
Good.
Thank you, sir.
काम पूरा करा है सब खड़े हैं
एक भी सर इधर उधर तब से देखो तो खिंचवा दो। मेरा मैसेज तुम लोग को अभी भी डिलीवर नहीं हुआ ना? सिर्फ एक बार सर का फोन लगा था, वो सर उठाया नहीं। मैं तो
नहीं अभी अभी एक
अरे भाई बाद में
मेरा काम क्यों नहीं मंत्री जी के पार्सल है ना, मंत्री जी के लाइब्रेरी में जाएगा। अच्छा
चलिए
नहीं है